for us?
I'm gonna do one of my originals, Better Place. I do it a lot, but that's just because it's my favorite song that I've written. I feel like there's a lot wrong with the world, and I try to stay socially aware about it. But I feel like if anything really changes all these problems, it's always music. Because music is what inspires people to fight for what's right.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Do you ever wonder why is the sky blue? It makes us so untrue. And technology, it's creeping in. Wouldn't your God think it a sin? And we all want the world to be a better place, but you're fighting in uniforms in the name of amazing grace. And I just wonder what made it this way. Happiness, it's a state of mind. You say the more you seek it, the more you can find. But lately, it's been hard to find the source. Our feelings are like dominoes. One starts falling, the next thing you know, we all are, for better or for worse. Oh, and they come home with streaming tears, 'cause they have their dreams, but they have their fears. And I know it gets hard to pick the right road. And we all want the world to be a better place, but you're fighting in uniforms in the name of amazing grace. And I just wonder what made it this way. Happiness, it's a state of mind. You say the more you seek it, the more you can find. But lately, it's been hard to find a source. La dun da, la dun da.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you. Alright, so this next song that I'm gonna do is called Screen, and it's basically about technology. It's something that we are all guilty of. I'm probably 100% guilty of it, but I was thinking about it one time, and it was like, I remember when I was a kid, before I had a phone or an iPod or anything like that, how there was always something to do, and I almost never got bored, and I could, my friends and I, we were always doing something. And then as you start to bring technology into your life, you become more reliant on it for entertainment, and your creativity just kind of starts to go down. And so this song is basically about how technology does that to people, and just looking back on my childhood, thinking how vivid it was, and kids now, how they're buried in their phones. I just wonder if it's like the same. So I try to write songs that I think people of my generation can relate to, because they can't relate to a lot of the songs that are out there right now that they're listening to. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoy this. I built myself a dreamland, but it got torn down by a screen. And I never had a moment of bore until I had a dream. And I had castles and mermaids news and adventures. Then came the screen. Things really aren't the way they seem if you belong to a screen. So build the walls around you high. If you have wings, then take flight, unless you belong to a screen. I lose track of time, sense of rhyme when I belong to my screen. Ain't it funny how when you think you own something, it really owns you? The world rushes by in the blink of an eye, and you can take pictures, but they don't last if you belong to a screen. No more dreamlands for me, thanks to my screen, and no more joy and company, all thanks to my screen. So build the walls around you high. If you have wings, then take flight, unless you belong to a screen. I lose track of time and sense of rhyme when I'm on my screen. Ain't it funny how when you think you own something, it really owns you? No more dreamlands for me, thanks to my screen. Oh, build the walls around you high. You have wings, then take flight, unless you belong to a screen. I lose track of time and sense of rhyme when I belong to a screen. Ain't it funny how when you think you own something, it really owns you? The world rushes by in the blink of an eye, and you can take pictures, but they don't last if you belong to a screen. So build the walls around you high. If you have wings, then take flight, unless you belong to a screen. Track of time, sense of rhyme when I belong to a screen. Ain't it funny how when you think you own something, it really owns you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so
Thank you.
I have a couple of questions real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how did you get that smart to know that?
People tell me that I have a really old soul, you know. I listen to all the music, like from the 60s and 70s, and I don't know, I try to be really observant of what's going on around me, both socially and just my own life. And, you know, it's like technology, it doesn't just make you procrastinate, but it's killing
Absorbs
your
you.
brain. Yeah, and that's why I used, like, an extreme, like, dramatic version of belonging to the screen.
Yeah, I
because
love it.
eventually, you know, I feel like that's where we might be if we aren't careful.
Yeah. Awesome.
So this next song I'm gonna play is called "Where Has All the Music Gone?" And like I was saying earlier, I listen to really old music, you know, stuff that my parents and my grandparents loved, and I just feel so connected to it. And I don't understand why more people my age aren't connected to it, and why they're not keeping classic rock, well, not keeping rock alive, really. So this song is basically asking where it went. And I did it to the tune and beat of like a 50s doo-wop song, because I figured I'd ask where rock went to the tune of the beginning and the birth of it. So I hope you enjoy it. Shooby-doo-wop, shabab, shooby-doo-wop, shabab, shoo, hey, hey. Ba ba-dum, shoo-ba-doo-wop, shabop, shoo, hey, yeah. Where has all the music gone? I just wanna hear a rock and roll song. People just say that I got an old soul, but I wanna know what happened to rock and roll. Shoo-ba-doo-wop, shabop, shoo, hey, yeah. And the music used to make so much sense. There was anger, but there was love and romance. Now I just sit and cry wondering, where has all the music gone? Shoo-ba-doo-wop, shabop, shoo, hey, yeah. Where has all the music gone? I just wanna hear a rock and roll song. People just say that I got an old soul, but I wanna know what happened to rock and roll. So hey, hey, what do you say? Is rock and roll really here to stay? Hey, hey, what do you say? Is rock and roll really here to stay? Where has all the music gone? I just wanna hear a rock and roll song. People just say that I got an old soul, but I wanna know what happened to rock and roll. Well, some people say I'm too picky. Some say I think too much. Sometimes it's easier to just stay floating in my dreams, but I keep on keeping on, and I do it for music. Yeah, I keep on keeping on, and I do it with music. Where has all the music gone? I just wanna hear a rock and roll song. People just say that I got an old soul. I wanna know what happened to rock and roll. Shoo-ba-doo-wop, shabop, shoo, hey, yeah. Shoo-ba-doo-wop, shabop, shoo-ba-doo-wop, shabop, shoo, hey, yeah.